Stay up and we meet again. Maeta is here.
Hey.
With us. First of all, man, let me tell you, thank you again so much for doing our lip service live at the Togetherland Festival.
I said way too much.
That was good.
That got me in a fight. You know what? Let me stop. Because here I go again.
That's Maeta for you. She always says way too much, but that's what we love about you.
Oh, my God. I got in a fight about that because I said a little too much, but it's okay.
Okay.
You live and you learn.
Well, you know what? You say a little too much in your music, too.
I know.
But so it's different when you put it in the music than it is when you say it on stage, you think?
Yeah. Because on stage, in the moment, I'll say whatever because I have the biggest mouth. I'm so open, and I don't really even care, but I forget that people watch things back, so.
And yes, they do.
But the songs are it's more condensed into a song instead of being so specific.
But listen, but that makes me know that when you put out music, those songs are about real life situations. You know, the EP, Habits, that was a real life situation.
Yeah.
And, you know, and you've been very vocal. And I think that it helps us relate more to artists when we can say, she's singing about this, but this really did happen.
Exactly. I mean, that's how I relate to people in general. That's why my mouth is so big because we all go through the same stuff. Just some people don't say it, but I say it. So
you say it, talk about it in the music. Because sometimes people are like, I don't want to talk about that. But it's like, but you did a song.
I know.
Where you talked about it.
I know.
Yeah.
So it's like, Maeta, what did you expect?
But
I get it, though.
But let's talk about everything that you've been doing up to this point. Because first of all, your live performance is top tier.
Thank you.
You know, and I want to talk about even just your background and how you got to the point where you are today, because both of your parents were creative people. So discuss that.
I grew up in a very creative household, no rules, just loud. We never locked the doors. I could invite friends over whenever. I didn't even ask. Like, my house was just wild. But my mom, she's a hippie. Not for real, but like, she does everything. She does like myofascial massages, which is like a spiritual massage. She paints now. Like, she was a massage therapist for years and then did Pilates and yoga. So she's just always been all over the place. And my dad is a landscaper. So he just like plans out people's yards and picks the flowers and designs them. So it's creative, but it's in a specific way. Oops, sorry. But they let me do whatever the hell I wanted when I was growing up.
It worked out.
Yeah. Thank God. Because I had so many friends growing up that were living their parents' life for them, you know? So thanks, Mom and Dad.
I think sometimes it's hard to. I think about some kids I grew up with because my parents were pretty like open and free with me too. But then there were those kids that were like never allowed to do anything.
I know. My best friend was like that.
And then sometimes they end up like losing it when they leave home.
Yeah.
Because they're not used to freedom.
I know. I have so many people. I have family members like that. And then one of my best friends growing up, her parents wanted her to be like, I think a doctor, and she's now doing it, but she cried to me once because she was so scared to tell them she wanted to be like an architect. Right. You know what I mean? So I would hate that. So thank God my parents let me do whatever I wanted. Yeah.
And what about siblings?
I have an older sister, half sister, and then a younger brother. So I'm the middle child.
Oh man, y'all know what they say about you guys.
What do they say?
About the middle. Those are the problem kids. The middle child is always supposedly.
I'm just the most annoying, I think. I just need attention.
Does your family still live in Indianapolis?
Okay. Everybody. I'm the only one that left. I mean, my sister moved out a little bit, but I'm the only one that's like gone, and I will never go back.
Now, I remember you saying, and we talked about this too, like moving to LA, you did not think that you would be there as...
Yeah, I was supposed to get, when I got signed, the whole deal was like, we're going to bring you to LA for like 4 months. I don't even think it was 4 months. Something like that. And then you'll go back to Indiana and figure it out, and we'll just see how it goes. But it just went so well that I just never went back home.
And you love it there.
I love it. I mean, I don't know if LA is the place for me for the rest of my life. I do want to move to New York really bad, but I need to be like luxurious in New York. So I'm going to wait a few years. But yeah. LA for now.
Since this is a serious sit down, let's talk about your getting signed and what that process was like. Because you're in Rock Nation, right? And so what made you choose that label? Because you have been doing things on social media, online, and a lot of people were seeing your music, and I'm sure that people were trying to get you because you have this very, I want to say, your voice is so beautiful and sophisticated, you know, and I can imagine that anybody would be like, we would love to have that type of talent.
Yeah, I got my first manager when I was 13, so I spent 13 to 18 just singing and learning and doing covers and taking meetings with labels, but things never worked out, and I was always just like, I was so determined, but at the same time, it got to a point where I was like, maybe God's trying to tell me this isn't for me. So when I was 18, I started looking at colleges. My biggest fear was having to go to college because I always wanted to be successful by then to where I didn't have to go. Because school was not my thing at all.
It was not what but you feel like if I don't know what I'm doing,
my dad was like, you're not about to just live at home. So I started looking at colleges, and then Omar at Rock Nation found me on Instagram doing covers and signed me within like a week after meeting me. He flew to Indiana and met me, and then a few days before Thanksgiving, and then a few weeks later I was signed and then moved. It happened so fast.
I know you were like, bye college.
Yes, bye everybody.
And I think that's interesting when you talk about between 13 and 18, you thought that things were going to happen. You had meetings. I want you to discuss that time period a little bit, because I always feel like we get our hopes up, but I've had to learn that you can't talk about something that you think is going to happen until everything is signed and it's a done deal, because you really get your hopes up. You tell people, and then they're like, what happened with the deal? And you're like,
that's the worst. That's like probably one of the biggest lessons I learned through that time, because you get excited. You tell your friends, I'm about to get signed to whatever label. I was taking meetings with like Epic. I met Coach K when I was like 16, and he was supposed to sign me, like so many things, and you get your hopes up and then it doesn't work. So that's a rule of life, is do not tell people anything until it's solidified and done, or until it's out, you know, like I still live by that. I don't tell anybody anything. So yeah, but it was a hard time because I was just young. I didn't know what it was. I thought I was like the best thing in the world, so I'm like, what's not clicking? But you know,
what do you think it was?
I think it was just God. I don't think any of that was meant to happen. I still question. I mean, you question everything, but then a year later, you're like, oh, that's why. So I just think it wasn't meant to be. I don't know, though. But I don't know. I looked, even on the way here, my manager showed me a picture when I first got signed, and I was like so chubby. I was like this weird, awkward little girl that could just sing. I think that my team just saw the potential, but maybe I think people didn't see the potential. I keep sliding. I think maybe people didn't see the potential because I didn't look the way I look now, you know?
Oh wow! So you think it was like more like a visual thing?
Maybe.
That is so true, because sometimes, you know, you could be as talented as you want to be, but people feel like you have to have a certain type of look.
Yeah. So I had a meeting with a manager when I first got signed, and I had such a good voice. That's what drew people in, but I just didn't look it. He was like, he went to the person that signed me and was like, she has a beautiful voice, but she came in looking like she was going to college. She's awkward. She doesn't dress right. Like, I didn't have the look. So I think that might be what it was. But I'm so grateful for the people that, even my managers now, that believed in that person and knew that it could be this one day, and it could be the Chris Brown, like all the things I'm doing now, they saw that. But some people didn't.
I do find that unfortunate, though, that you could be so talented and then people could be like, well, she doesn't have the look. Right. And that was like an old school type of way of thinking, where they would be like, oh, well, they used to say guys have to want to F her and women have to want to be her. That's what they used to say, you know, about getting signed. But I guess that still is, you know, but that also has to make you feel a way that like, oh.
It did, because I didn't even find, the craziest thing is these people that I was meeting with are now trying to work with me years later when they see it's actually working, you know, like, and I didn't even know that person said that until years later, where my A&R showed me the screenshot, like, look at what he was saying about you years ago.
Yeah, we're not doing that track.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
How do you not hold a grudge, or do you hold a grudge? Because, you know, business can be business, and it might be opportunities. There's people who work with people who you might want to work with.
Yeah, I get it, to be honest, because if I saw myself now the way I looked then, but without even knowing that person, I probably would be thinking the same things. But so I get it, but at the same time, it's like, don't be fake then. Don't come back 6 years later trying to work with me and pretend like you always saw it, because you didn't. I saw what you said about me in those texts.
I remember just recently, Lada was talking about getting a BBL when she was 21, because people used to talk about her online and, you know, talk about her like that. And I kind of felt bad that we have to pay so much attention to the outer appearance. What was your journey like to get to look like how you look today?
I just started I have never gotten anything done. I just learned how to do my makeup. I think I just went through puberty. I like to slick my hair back now. Like, I've just figured out who I am and my style, and it's still obviously changing, but I do not look the same at all. Mm-hmm. Like, somebody even posted an old picture of me on Twitter the other day. Like, I can't believe this is the same person. But I seriously just went through puberty, I think.
Okay, you just had to grow up.
Yeah.
And then you've also put out, you have an EP on the way out, right? This is going to be, is this your 4th EP?
Yeah, this is like a little dance project for the summer that I'm doing with Kay Trinata.
Kay Trinata, yes.
Yeah, I'm excited about it though. But
that's going to be fun. We've only heard one song so far from it too, yeah. I feel like.
It's out in 4 days.
Okay.
I can't wait. People love it. I've been playing it for people the past few days and they've been going crazy. Mm-hmm. But my debut album, I'm also working on that to come out hopefully this year. Okay,
that's what I was going to ask you, because
like
the EP's got us really hyped for the but this is going to be, so the summertime you knew, like, I want to do some fun club type things.
Yeah, because I've been crying about this man for all these years, and I think my body just started rejecting it. It's like, and I finally got to a place where I didn't care anymore. You know what I mean? Seriously. And it's like the first project I've ever done not about this specific man. Oh my God.
You're like, I'm just trying to have some fun.
Yes.
He probably was tight after Lip Service Live, because
he was.
Yeah. Okay.
I was too. I was watching it pissed off. Like, why did you say this? Why did you take that shot?
Yeah,
I was mad at him.
Definitely getting cursed out. She was like, my management doesn't like when I.
No.
But maybe part of your charm is saying those things.
Yeah. I was just too loud though too. We were outside. I didn't realize I was screaming into the microphone. It was just like, Maeta, shut the hell up. That's what I was thinking.
Now you also have been on Chris Brown's tour.
Yes.
So, and you have a song on his 11:11 album, amazing song. You know, best ever.
Yeah.
So talk to me about your relationship with Chris Brown and how you guys ended up working together. And I know your heel broke when you met him the other day. So.
Yes. Oh my God. So basically, a few days before his project came out, I had just signed a publishing deal with Warner just recently, and I think that our teams kind of just connected, and they were like, "Hey, we have this song we need a female vocal on," and they sent it to me, and I cut it within a few hours.
You were like, "I'm there."
Yeah, and then it literally came out like 3 days later.
Okay.
And he called me and thanked me, so I didn't get to meet him at that point. And then the tour worked out a few months later. I met him like a week ago. It feels like 3 years ago, but it was only like a week ago that I met him. He's been so nice to me. He called me and thanked me when I did the song. I had the scammer text me once pretending to be Chris, so I texted the real Chris Brown, and I was like, "Are you scamming me? Or did you send me this?"
Scam you out? Those scammers are no joke.
Seriously, I fell for it because I have the real Chris's number. Like, we text, so but I got a text message from a Gmail account.
Okay.
So I assumed he was like at the studio working from his computer or something and text me on there. That was my fault. But here's the other thing: they call me too.
This is out of control right now with all these scammers and like these fake numbers, and they could do like the AI generated voice.
Yeah, it was weird. So the number called me. I missed it. They texted me, whatever. But I called them back, and they're like, "Sorry, I'm in the mountains. I don't have service." Which is like, why are you in the studio in the mountains? Like, Maeta, I don't know. But they sent me a link, and he was like, "I'll have this song I really want you on." So I clicked the link, and it was like, type in your iCloud. So I started to do it.
Oh my God.
Then I didn't. But then I sent
It's like the movie The Beekeeper, if anybody. Did you see that? I haven't
seen that.
Okay. Because that's what everybody, if you've seen that at the very beginning, that's what happens. Okay.
Oh my God. But then I texted the real Chris, like, "Did you just send me this?" And he was like, "No, you're definitely being scammed." So I was like, okay.
Thank God you were smart enough to do that. Because can you imagine all your naked pictures would be.
That's what I'm saying. Every day I wake up and I go to Twitter and I make sure that nothing's on there. I'm like terrified. I'm so scared, and I'm like, what if they're in and they just are waiting? Like, every day I open my app.
I'm sure the pictures are amazing, whatever.
They're cute. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And
like, I look good, but I'm scared because there's some bad ones. Not bad.
Can you take those off the cloud, please?
I know, but can you though? That's a real, because I don't even know if I can.
We need to figure this out, because some scammer's listening right now.
He's watching. He knew I was coming here today. He probably has the address in his phone. He's probably outside right now. So I'm scared. Yeah. But whatever.
You but I feel like that is your but whatever. Like,
I mean,
whatever's going to happen
is
like
my
fate.
Mindset.
And and it's meant to be.
Yeah. But I learned my lesson.
Now, speaking of learning your lesson.
Yes.
Relationship wise. So now you're saying you feel like you've completely cut these bad habits out and moved on.
Well,
no.
Not completely.
Okay.
Temporarily. I don't know.
This is, and you had the toxic song. So this is really a situation. I want to see you like.
What?
Do what's best for you. The only reason I know it's toxic is because you say it.
It is. I mean,
and then now I'm starting to feel like maybe it's you that's toxic.
I think I could be. Here's my thing. I don't think I'm I think I am, maybe. I think I'm just a little savage sometimes when it comes to men. Mm-hmm. But there's this one man that I just love, but he's just a jerk.
Is that what you love about him?
No, it's just we've just been through hell together. Don't shake your head, yes.
Yeah, everybody said yes behind your back, too.
Is that what I love about him, you think? I mean, maybe
it's a challenge.
I think I do like a challenge. I think it's a challenge, to be honest. Mm-hmm. But I love him. We've been through hell together, so I think that there's some connection that we have.
Like a trauma bonding.
I think so. But I do love him. I seriously love him. And there's been certain events that have happened lately where he has another situation. And I can honestly say, move on and go there, and I will be fine. Because I love you. I want you to be happy. It would hurt, but it's that kind of thing.
So he has another situation. So does that mean that you're out of the picture?
No. Because I don't want to be, though. I don't have an issue still being involved because I'm happy.
So you're okay with turning into the side piece to his other situation?
Not even a side piece. It's because it's not even an other situation like that. It's kind of just like, it's complicated. Okay.
All right.
But I don't even feel like a side piece because it's like, you're kind of my side piece too. Like, we just enjoy what we do together, hanging out or other things.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right. And Maeta, you have a #1 song. We need you to be that #1 song person through the night, hit #1. How did you feel when that happened?
I felt really good. Usually I downplay stuff and I never get excited. Like, nothing makes me excited, seriously. But I was really excited.
So was that as excited as you got?
Yeah. But I don't have my plaque yet. I haven't gotten my plaque. When I get my plaque and I can hang it up in my house and it says like #1, then I'll be excited. But right now it's like, okay, cute. I posted it on Instagram. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't feel like a physical, real thing yet. I have like an asset.
I can understand that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can understand that because I could be the same way. My producer's like, yeah. Like, certain things happen and you don't really like celebrate yourself. And it takes a moment to feel like it might be one day that it just kicks in.
Right. I think that's another thing, too. It's like celebrating. We didn't do anything. Like, I woke up, posted it on Instagram, and then went to the studio.
You know what? Can we celebrate right now?
Yes. Woo!
Can we do something? Hold on. I know we both like this. I have a little nip for us. Let's split this up.
Yes, I need it. I actually need that really bad right now.
Let's get a couple. Me and you are going to split this nip, courtesy of Steph G, of Don Julio 1942, because I know you like that too.
I do.
And we're going to have a little shot celebration for you because you need to.
Thank you. I haven't even done this yet.
To celebrate these wins.
Thank you. Especially with Angela Yee.
Now, I was really excited to have you on the show, and you're actually quite fun.
Thank you.
To be around. I can see why this guy won't leave you alone.
I won't leave him alone.
And why you won't leave him alone.
Right.
That's another story. Okay, hold on a second. Let's do this. Because we're going to split this up. Because I definitely want to make sure we are always having it. This is kind of a lot.
This is what I need.
Okay, perfect.
Nobody ever takes shots with me this early in the day.
Well, Maeta, congratulations to you. A #1 song, a #1 single through the night. Hit the charts at #1. Cheers to that. And you got the EP coming out on Friday.
Friday, people. So are you a no chaser kind of person?
Yes.
Same. I never do chasers. I don't need a lime, nothing.
That's for the week.
That was just like water.
What? So what do you do for fun? Like vacations, anything? Where do you go?
I love going to dinner with this man, to be honest. That's like one of my favorite things is just going to dinner. And I like going to the beach, but can't remember the last time I had a day off. Not even to sound like a busy boss kind of girl, but I can't remember the last time I had a day off.
Okay. I'm not mad at that. I'm with you. Maybe you need to take a couple of days.
I need a few days. We have a few days off tomorrow.
Okay.
Well, we're traveling one day. But I'm going to just walk around with my friends. Me and my friend almost got tattoos the other day. Thank God we didn't. We walked into a tattoo shop and we were going to get lift tattoos.
No.
But then something hit us like, wait, I have to finish a tour.
And then your lip might end up swollen.
Exactly.
You don't know what's going to happen.
They would kill. Look at his face. I know they would kill me.
Yeah.
Because I was like, what if I got sick and had to cancel the tour because I got a lip tattoo?
Yeah, you got an infection and now things are over for...
Yeah, but at the end of the tour, we'll do it.
Yeah, you can get a tattoo somewhere else.
Yeah.
Do you have this man tattooed on you anywhere?
Hell no.
Okay.
Well, you know what's crazy? I did, but I got it covered up.
Okay. See, why did you say hell no like that? Like, I would never.
It wasn't him. It was just in his handwriting.
Okay.
But I got it covered up.
What are we going to do about this?
I don't know. I'm kind of just letting God take control.
Does it affect work?
Yeah. But it also fuels me.
Okay.
That's the thing. There's been times when I ended it and I was seriously not even bored, but not inspired. It's like, what do I sing about?
Mm-hmm.
He's like my muse.
Not a good one, though.
Not a good one, but...
But, like, when you say it affects work, like, does it make you maybe, like, does it ever make you miss things that you're supposed to be doing, make you upset that you're like, I'm canceling this?
Not anymore. The old me used to prioritize him, so I'd run late to things, or I'd be so mad about him that I'd be crying a whole day, and they're like, Maeta, get it together. Like, I used to not post on Instagram because I'd be mad at him, so I wanted to, like,
you don't
disappear.
want him to know, yeah.
Yeah, like, I don't want him to know that I'm...
Forget my career and what I
right.
have
You know when you're mad at somebody, though, and you don't even want them to see your story or,
right.
like, post, but I had to post things, so it used to get in the way, but now I don't care.
If you could say something that you could manifest for yourself when it comes to being in a healthy relationship, what would it be?
I just want to expect better for myself, and I think that's what I've been doing recently. It's just because I had some people just come in my life and show me, like, this is how you're actually supposed to be treated, and I think it helped me raise my standards or the bar of how you're supposed to treat me, you know?
Like, what would you say are some things that you would manifest for yourself as far as how you should be treated? Yeah, Maeta, goddammit. Like, this is...
I just like when people cater to me and my emotions. Like... Let me think. I'm trying not to get too specific, but even like last night, I was upset about some stuff, but he had an attitude, and I'm like, I'm having a hard day, and you're not even trying to help me right now. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
So
just listen,
I just need
let
somebody
me
that
agree with me.
Yes.
Were you with him last night?
Maybe. I won't say yes or no.
All right. Now, when it comes to this, we're going to move on from him. When it comes to this EP, so are you going on tour to just promote yourself, like just this EP? Because I know you're on tour with Chris Brown, but
yeah, the EP I'm working on my
the full
debut
feature album. Okay.
Yeah. So
do you have a date for that yet? Is that this year?
That's not even done. We ordered like studio equipment to like work on the road. So I'll be recording on the road. Hopefully that'll come out this year. That's a whole different thing, though.
How long does it take you to record a song?
A song could be done, I'll record the whole song in a day, but it'll be done in like a month because I'll re-record, mix it. Like the whole process is probably like a month, but I can have a song done in a day. Okay. My best songs I recorded in like an hour.
What would you say are your best songs if you had to say?
A lot of the ones for my upcoming album that are so heartfelt, I'm like singing my ass off. Those were done in a few hours, but Through the Night actually took a long time. That took like 6 months.
Oh, wow.
Maybe even a year. Yeah. I think it could have been a year, though, because that was one of the first ones we started with for the project. I had a whole personal thing that happened. I didn't even work for like 6 months because I got and then came back in, finished it, added production, blah, blah, blah. Like, so much stuff for that one. So that was like a year. But the work, obviously, was... for a reason, because it went #1.
I'm always like, bitch, don't be mad, too.
Thank you. That one was done in an hour. Yeah. But I had people there helping me for that one.
Yeah. You know, sometimes people could be really, when they talk about people having help in the studio, I've read a lot about, like, I just saw recently, it went viral, like, Ruby Rose says she doesn't write her own music. But a lot of times people do need help in the studio. Like, you want to get input from other people, get different sounds.
I would hate to do this by myself. Like, ugh. That sounds like hell to just have to do this alone. My favorite part about being an artist is the collaboration. Right. So I don't like people in the studio when I work. Like when I'm recording, it's like, get out. I just want me and my engineer. But making songs, oh my God.
Yeah.
Could never do that alone.
All right. Well, listen, I appreciate you so much for coming through. I'm excited for this new. I hate the fact that we only have one song so far. Can you introduce this song so that we can give a little spoiler? Because, I mean, the whole EP is about to come out anyway, but I was like, normally I get the whole album in advance. They didn't do that this time. I guess they're keeping it completely under wraps.
Wow.
But, you know, I love some good, fun club music. So, and shout out to K Trinata as well.
Love you, K Trinata. This song, oh my God. Just imagine you cried about a man for 6 years and then you finally don't care anymore. And you go out.
You do care.
You care a little bit, but you finally get to go have fun and like drink and be with your friends, and you're kind of like single. It's summertime and you're just dancing. Like, that's what this project's about.
Okay.
Just freedom.
Let me ask you something. If he was like, let's just cut all this right now and get married.
You know, so funny. I literally told him that the other day, but I know.
I think it's you.
I know deep down I wouldn't want to, though.
But you would say yes, maybe.
I might say yes in the moment, but I don't know what's making me. I don't know what it is that's holding me back. First of all, he never asked me anyway, so that's one thing. That's one thing. But if he did, I feel like there'd be like a question. But sometimes I'm like, Maeta, look at the facts. Like, just marry this man.
No, don't look at You guys, we're going to find Maeta. He's going to hate me. We're going to get you somebody so lit, like for you. Somebody lit for you that's going to cater to you, cater to your moods. You know, when you have a bad day, you could call them up and they're going to be like, or they're going to show up.
But this man does show up for me, though. He's just a jerk. He can just be an asshole, but he seriously does do a lot of things to help me out.
Even though he's in another situation.
He's not really in another situation. I just don't trust him. I don't assume he's not. That's the thing. But we're not together. But he does show up for me a lot. He does.
Okay.
He has a good heart. He's just an asshole. But he's a good man.
All right. That's a good song. He has a good heart, but he's an asshole.
He's just one of those tough dudes, you know, but that's my type, like a jerk that's good deep down.
Well, you know what? That's the type that we all have when we're younger. Before, you know, when you know better, you do better. And
what's your type? Let's talk about you for a second.
All right, let's talk about me. So, first of all, I definitely went through that phase where I did like assholes. I think every woman goes through that phase until you're like, I don't want to deal with that anymore. I want somebody that treats me really good, you know, that puts me first, but also doesn't let me walk all over them. I think that balance is important, right? Where, you know, you always make sure that you cater to me and I cater to you, but then you also don't let me just get away with whatever. Because, you know, we'll get away with whatever we can get away with.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah, if it's necessary. And then I want somebody I could trust. I think trust is one of the most important things. When I'm not with you, when we're not in the room together, if somebody were to come back and be like, oh, I saw him looking at, I don't believe that because I know he wouldn't.
Because I know him.
Right. His phone is not upside down.
Yeah.
When we're in the room together. Yeah. His ringer's not off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you ever be in an open relationship or no? Like, have you tried that?
No, I have not. I've been unknowingly in an open relationship.
Really?
I think that's hard for guys, too. Like, for them to know that you're seeing...
Unknowingly.
Yeah.
That's funny.
For them to know that you're seeing other people. Guys can't handle that.
Yeah.
You would be in an open relationship, though, clearly.
First of all, rude. I guess I have. I don't know. Sometimes I wonder if humans are even meant to just be one-on-ones I don't know.
I think that what ends up happening, and somebody told me this a long time ago, it was actually an ex-boyfriend who was cheating on me. His mom was like, guys stop cheating when they get too old to run around anymore. And I was like, I'm not waiting for that to happen. And so I just think that you're way too lit to have somebody like not give you their everything. That's
true.
All.
But can I give a man my everything is the real question.
Can you?
I don't know.
All right. Well,
maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I am the issue. Maybe not now. But
maybe
one
you're
day.
not ready for that. And that's okay too. Because guess what? You're booked and busy.
I am. I'm on tour. I'm traveling the world.
Yeah. How has the tour been for you?
It's been good. I had a little mental breakdown last night. I kind of lost my mind for a minute, but it's all very new to me. I'm trying to figure out how to be like a boss or whatever and be an artist and know what I need and have people, you know what I mean? Like it's so new, but I'm having an amazing time and I love the people around me and we're having so much fun and making memories, but you know.
Because those are huge stadium tours.
I know.
Too.
It's
and it's
fun, though.
Yeah.
I'm less nervous than I am in a small theater. Like, I don't
guess
really get that nervous.
people are more one-on-one in a small theater.
It's scary, yeah. Mm-hmm. But now I just see, like, lights. And I hear myself echo, and I'm just, it sounds so good. But,
well, congratulations. It's been a journey. Sometimes people think that they see you and they hear your music and it just happened like that. But to hear everything that you went through from a really young age in preparation for this, you know, people need to see that journey, that it didn't just happen.
It has been a journey, but that's the best part. One day when I get my Grammys, I'll be like, oh, my God.
I just want to thank, and then you'll celebrate that one for real.
Yeah.
And we'll have some shots.
Yeah.
We're always going to have some shots.
Yeah, always.
Well, Maeta, thank you so much for coming through. I always appreciate you.
Thank you.
And every single time you're in New York, definitely feel free to come up.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
I can't wait till we come through on the other side and you're like, guess what, girl? I have a new album. It's called Over. It's finally.
I'm married. Right. Thank you so much.
All right. We appreciate you. Thank you.